Good evening and welcome to this special broadcast by the NIAP. And we have with us Mr. Aritra Majumdar, who is a sustainability expert. Now, why is it important to speak to him this month is because it's Plastic Free July. So, all of us in June celebrate the Pride Month. We've got so many corporates, coloring themselves rainbow, but we don't have a lot of discussions on a Plastic Free July. So, sir, I want to understand from you, India is the land of sustainability from Ubtans and sustainable shampoos with Rita and Shikakai. We have now gone into a completely plastic yukt Bharat. So last time when we discussed sustainability, we talked about how African airports have teak and other sustainable ways to decorate. We've got the Chandigarh Park, which was also decorated with sustainable items and non-plastics, or in a way reserving the waste plastic for just best out of waste. But in a very consumer centric world that we are in, and a very cosmopolitan world that we are in, what are the ways which pain you when you see the overuse of plastic?
First of all, good evening, everyone. The most important thing is plastic is very less biodegradable, and that basically non-biodegradable, most of them. And biodegradable plastics can be manufactured, but that is very difficult to biodegrade and all. So that's why we are talking about to plastic free world or plastic free something. The case is that when we are talking about this topic every day, we are the common people are daily purchasing water bottles from local shops and etc. When we are going outside, we have very much problem to carry our own water bottles in our own bags during our journey, during our office time, during our many other places, when we are traveling, when we are going to tour, anywhere we are going, we are this is very we do not have any problem to carry our dresses and all, any other things, but we have so many problems to carry our water bottles, which is a very basic things to start with. All the people in this whole as of now, I can say, in our country, in this 140 crore or 150 crore people who are staying there, they should first learn to carry their own water bottles. This is the first step. Second, when we are going to market for shopping, for daily purchase, like what we are eating every day, any kind of vegetables, fishes, meats, grocery items, whatever it is, most of the population, they are not used to carry their own bags. They always went to any shops, local shops or markets. They are buying any kind of items, any kind of things, and after that they are asking for a carry bags from the local vendors. So from this kind of steps we can start with. This is a very big population country, and here I can say, if I am a policy maker, if you are a policy maker, then there is no डरावनी वाली चीज, there is no kind of this is a very basic awareness, this is a very basic thing that you can start with from a very grassroots level, that a government or any kind of policymakers, they, or any kind of other non-government organizations, clubs, they can start this campaign for awareness for any kind of localities, be it town, be it village, be it anywhere. And after that, in the policy making level, we can segregate them. First of all, when every day daily wastage, This is a huge part also, daily waste. And we many places, in such places where government are providing maybe three separate dustbins, but we are usually put it mixed with any dustbin. Okay, we cannot segregate all the items separately, plastic different, and biodegradable items, liquid, solid. This is different bins are there, but we are not used to do this in our daily life. So from this kind of things we can start with this plastic free. We cannot do this in one day. This is not a one day game. This is a journey. From any point we have to start. So if we are talking about a starting point, then we can start with those things. And there are so many other things are there we can do. There are so many other aspects also. There are academic aspects, research aspects, there are policy making aspects, there are many guidelines can be implemented from the local
Hmm.
authorities or government levels. Everything we can do, but first and most common thing is awareness. We
No,
have to
absolutely, sir.
change.
Absolutely. Because, we see that our schools teach a lot of sustainability to kids. We see that even corporates like MNCs, what they do is, one of the MNCs where I used to work, they used to have paper cups, but then they replaced the paper cups to, reduce wastage by giving every person a mug of their own for coffee and a bottle for carrying water if somebody is not carrying a water bottle. So every kid who goes to school, they actually have their water bottles. They don't purchase water bottles on an everyday basis, is what we know. But as we grow up, we tend to forget these lessons. So, when we talk about education and awareness, that is happening at the corporate level and at the, school level. Yet we see people going to hill stations and throwing away plastics, knowing that the snow will not be able to degrade them. And be it Manali, be it Shimla, be it these spots where tourism is, their way of bread and butter, we are in a way ruining that kind of sanctity of the environment for these people, for the inhabitants of that region. So, is it more of an awareness problem, or is it more of a convenience or like a don't care nonchalant attitude that Indians have to withstand? Because we've got visuals of people spitting pan in UK, which is a very deplorable exercise. So everywhere that you see foreigners, they are more sustainable. We see that embedded in their conditioning. And even though in India we've got education, we've got corporate sensitization, we don't have a habit of being sustainable. So what is your observation in that end?
I have some mixed kind of observation here. Whatever you have said in the very beginning, that is a good step, I can say unconditionally. But the most problematic thing is that this is very less percentage of the population you are talking about, which is MNC what are doing. But most of the cases, you can, what you are just rightly said, that when you are traveling in a tourist place or any hill stations, you can see, you can observe in Manali, in Shimla, in roadside, so many. And who are doing this? We are going to that place. The local peoples are not doing this. So for an example, you can take this in our locality, like any place such as Bengal, UP, Bihar. There, if you go there, you can see, you can observe that somebody is spitting on the road. Somebody used to throw their plastic garbages or any kind of cakes, biscuits, packets, they are throwing outside in the road, maybe in the landfill, anywhere. But when these people are going abroad or any kind of places where this is restricted, after reaching airport or after reaching the station, they are going outside, and when they found that nobody is doing this kind of things, nobody are doing this. So this is a visual effect also, this is a psychology also. that when you are in such a place where everything is very clean, hygienic, and nobody is doing this kind of things, then your psychologically you are not, your habit is that your habit is throwing the biscuit packets outside the door, outside the window. But you are not doing this when you are in such a place where this is not doing. For example, you are not doing this in any airport, but the people who are traveling through any airport, they, when they are in their local place or native place, they are used to do this in their local shops or any kind of places. So there is the problem. This is not only awareness, they are aware, people are very much aware. If we are putting it into that kind of seriousness, what I have told you earlier, that government authorities, local authorities, if they are taking footstep forward, if they are taking some measurable steps, and maybe they can some addition, that if you are doing this, then there is a 500 or 1000 rupees fine. This kind of things, if you are doing it for a 6 months or 1 year program, when people are seeing this, and when this is a habit question, I think this is people's habit. If you can change the habit, if you are aware about what is the problem are going to happen with me and our future generation, what is called, which is called sustainability. Sustainability is not like that, that what kind of things we can made, or what kind of things not. Sustainability means which product today we are using, from starting to the end point, from when we are using, when manufacturing process, and they are using, and then its disposal phase, every point of time we have to think about it. And there needs some research also, and there are so many researches are there, that how we can make anything, any biscuit packets also, any cake packets also, any water bottles also, that can be biodegradable, that can be reusable, that can be in a sustainable way, how we can use this in a sustainable way, how we can prepare this in a sustainable way. These water bottles we can use, we can sell this, we can sell this on a very lower price, Bisleri water bottles or Kinley water bottles. But Bisleri or Kinley have to thought about this, how they can make these bottles in a such sustainable way or sustainable manners, that will not hamper our environment, not hampering our ecosystem. Similarly, for cake companies, biscuit companies, everybody should start from any point. And for the people's point of view, people's, what I have told you, people's are aware or try to be aware, but we have to provide this environment to them. We are not, if you are going to any rural part or any villages, you can, you, if you are going through a metro city or anywhere, you
Hmm.
can found that this kind of weather is not present there, but this
Absolutely.
kind of weather is present in airports.
Yes. Yes. No, I am completely agreeing with you. And when you talk about corporates, we've seen that many soap brands which are sustainable, they actually give packaging. Now the packaging is either biodegradable for soaps, and they are promoting soaps as an alternative to shampoos. See, my biggest problem is with shampoo bottles and the kind of packets that come with our lentils and other supplies, all our grocery supplies or our beauty supplies. So the beauty industry, if you look at it, it's gotten more and more unsustainable. It's gotten more and more. We've got Botox fillers, and then we've got artificial nails, and we've got artificial hair, and we don't understand the kind of plastics that we're generating with each activity. So my basic question here is, suppose a L'Oreal or a Body Shop, like there was this campaign by Body Shop, I believe, where they asked you to deposit the plastics and get a product in return. So these are very limited time kiosks that we see happening, okay? Probably a gold exchange policy, a silver exchange policy, or like a phone exchange policy. These are sustainable moves. But if I am a L'Oreal or an Estee Lauder, can I not have shops where, I have a bottle, a glass bottle, which I purchase on the first purchase, and then that is refilled and used until I break that last bottle. This is there in many of the countries. People bring their own, containers. Or we have some Indian shops also where loose dal is sold. So we don't need to go into the packet sort of thing. But still, with the Q-commerce boom, we've got so many packets. And even, the paper packets are not sustainable in the long run. We've got plastic mesh nets, and we've got, plastic bags, and all of these are detrimental to even pets and, the stray animals outside. And apart from that, they're, harming the environment. But from a advantage of policy making, and also an advantage of, the corporate profit making, is it not more sustainable to, use glass and reuse and only sell the product and not the packaging?
Yes, I can add here. There is some other materials also, bamboo materials, wooden materials, but we have to think about one thing. That is paper, wood, bamboo. That all are also natural resources. So when we are talk about this kind of items, then there is another point that we are destroying our environment to made a paper, made a bamboo product or wooden product. So here is the basic balance or eco-diversity's point of view. When Adivashi stayed in jungle, they are not destroying their own jungle or own land. They are basically used or balancing the ecosystem by using the dead trees or dried trees or any other things. So in this way, if we are thinking about products or materials, what you have said, that if we are carrying a bamboo bottle which is used for shampoo container or any other things, any soap or any liquid soap, any shampoos, etc., then we can use this for a long run, for maybe generation after generation we can use. But there is a point, another point has come, that is consumerism. And nowadays everybody are basically wanted to buy, day after day they wanted to create a new, they want to show a new, they want to showcase their reels, etc., by advertising everything. They are the companies are also trying to do this for considering their profit. I can say all the companies that you, if you are not, for say for 1 minute, if we can take this, that no companies in this whole world, they are not producing any plastic materials. For a second you can say, so if the plastic materials are not available in the market, so how you really bought this? You cannot buy this. So you have to buy whatever material is available, maybe it bamboo, maybe is paper bottle, whatever it is, you have to buy this. If you want to buy this item or something, then you are forced to buy this. Now the question is the price. What price? So if you set, if a company's point of view, if you advertising this thing that we are creating this, we have created this item, first time we will sell you with container, and after that we will sell you only this product, not container. You have to just carry your container, like just water bottles. You carry your own water bottles, refill it, use it. So similar thing, you can use your containers for your daily any kind of purposes. Maybe it is used for your daily makeup items or any other things, you can use this. But you have to create all the things in such a way, you have to manufacture all the things in such a way which are sustainable and which are environment friendly. Without these environment friendly terms, you cannot achieve the sustainable products or achieve the sustainability goals. because if you are destroying the environment by making such items or such materials that are basically destroying our ecosystem, that is not basically not in our book or not a cup of our tea.
No, I absolutely agree, because there has to be an alternative to plastic and there has to be a collective conscience. So suppose you go to Taj Properties, you've got, these sustainable moves where they have shampoo and conditioner bottles embedded. So they refill it instead of people just taking it away. Otherwise we used to have these small samples and these small plastic generations. And then they have a glass company which is called Pathya, and that is what they serve in their events and also, in their rooms. So that is a welcome step. But my main question here is that, we've got thrift shopping now coming in, but we also have fast fashion. We've got bamboo based clothing that is available, but then we also know that there are materials like Kanjivaram, which have been carried down from generations, and that is the real face of sustainability. So, why have Indians really forgotten their sustainable ways? Why can't we have like a, Obtan Friday where we do not use soaps, we only use, our home based grains to be able to create shampoos or hair masks or, washing ourselves with those things, because now we're going to the dadis and nani nuskhas and maybe using curd and milk and all of these things. And one edge we've got Gen Z's using steel straws, and at the other end we've got so much of consumerism, we've got so much of even a basic hair color, and that is not sustainable packaging, that is not even good for the environment chemically. So why is it that India is still fragmented when it comes to sustainability?
The most problematic thing is that from where we learned this, that is Western culture, but the Western countries are already removing all these things, but we are still, we are not finished it. Basically, Western countries are already shifted from these ways, but we are third world countries, we cannot say these things because our most of the population have did not fulfill their goals or fulfill their motives or something. That's why the problem is still there. But yes, you have said correctly that we have to start with these things, that this mentality that we can do these things, we can buy these products, we can use these products in such a way that whatever our previous generation any back, you can say that they whatever they used to maintain their body, maintain their everything, whatever they have used in earlier days, nowadays we are using or we are promoting all these things in a different way. This is the main contradictions are there. And now just I can say you one example, the brown rice, which is called in our Bengali language is dheki chhata chal. So this brown rice, in previous earlier days we are not used to have this, because this is very thick rice, this is looks like a brownish this is not white. So market come into the game, and basmati rice, which is ekdam milk white rice, and very thinner and larger rice we used to buy. And now the dheki chata chal, quote unquote, which is called a brown rice, which is now earlier days which price was maybe 10 to 15 rupees kg, and now
Hmm.
the price is become 150, 200,
Yeah, yeah.
300, 400,
Keep
500 rupees kg.
coming in
And we
back.
are not we are now what can we can say, we are now just find out how can we have this, how can this is very healthy for us. This is the thing. So
Hmm.
we have to, this is there is a thin line is education also. This is also a problem in our country, that so many peoples are used to quote unquote education will not be provided or education is not supported to them, many of the percentage of population are still in that sector. That's why these kind of things are happening. If everyone, this little bit of awareness comes from the education. If a people is basic education they have, then this kind of things or this kind of discussions are meaningful, and this kind of discussions may be useful for all of them to learn this thing, to practice these things. This is the most important thing, is practice. What practice we are going to do? If we are discussing lots of things and after completing this discussion we are used to have the plastic water bottles, this is not done, right? So we have to learn from this discussion. I am also learning, and everybody is learning here. So here I am in this discussion, means I am everything I know, that is not, that is never going to be happened all the time. And I am also learning, and I urge all the people of this whole country that we should start from a point that where not only plastic, which things are environmentally hazardous or environmentally destroyable, that part we should address, and we have to minimize those things, we have to remove those things. From day one we cannot remove this. From day one we have to start to do this practice to avoid those things, and after that,
Absolutely.
after
I
some
completely
moment we
agree,
can
sir.
achieve.
I completely agree because, education, though we are getting since 14 years that, this is the way to be sustainable. But implementation is the main key. My last question to you is about AI. So we've got, reports saying that, of course, we have the AI boom. We've got major contenders in the market. We've got enterprise solutions. We've got consumers, everyday people using AI. Like, it has now become the second internet. So that is the level of rampant use of AI. And at the same end, we see how much of water it uses, how much of data center capacity it uses, how much of plastics and how much of raw material goes into building such a data center or a device. And then we've got billionaires like Jeff Bezos, without commenting on, how they can make the world a better place to live. They are talking about how to take away water from people so that it can be fed to AI data centers. So when reports like that, does it not pain you that the money is not going into sustainability, but now these corporates like Blue Origin or SpaceX are trying to create another Earth on Mars without preserving the mother who gave birth to us and our ancestors?
I just wanted to add here that I think you are aware about this thing. The one AI center has been created here, and which is producing so much of heat from there, and the temperature is so much arise. So this is the thing. AI is a tool. We have to use this for the mankind, for the people, for the environment pro or sustainable development things. But AI cannot do everything. This is the most important part. We are not AI, we are human being. When computer came, everybody thought, oh okay, every problem will be resolved through computer. This is not never going to be happened. The ultimately the computer will be created by a human being, okay, at that moment. So AI is also like a tool. We have to use this, and we have to learn this every point of time. We have to develop this, and we need to find out some solution using all the tools, not only AI. Many other things are also there, many other researches are also there, many other educations are also there, many other books are there. So from every corner, from every point of things, we can collect all the things, and we can whatever you have said last, that the policymakers point of view, we can say, being a policymaker, we have to create or make a policy or develop a policy in such a way that everything should be sustainable, should be environment friendly, and obviously in for today's discussion we can say plastic free environment or plastic free society we can achieve. the goal, that we can say.
No, that is so, pertinent, because the kind of solutions that you've given, such a simple solution as carrying your own water bottle, I used to see that happening when, my grandparents used to be there. And they used to make sure that we never leave the house without a water bottle. It's such a basic habit.
Yes,
I
yes,
used to carry steel tiffins to, my school. I used to wear hand-me-down clothes or hand-me-down shoes rather than, buying in the fast fashion and consumerism. I used to be bullied for it also, but that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, if we are saving money by being sustainable, I think that should be the biggest motivation for people. If people don't want to see environment as fashionable, at least they should see sustainability as sustainable to their pockets. And with that, I really thank you, sir, for elucidating all of us with your years of experience and expertise on this matter. And I hope that whoever have joined in and watched this till the end will take in at least one or two guidance from this video and implement them, not just for a plastic free July, but for a plastic free life. Thank you so much once again, sir, and hope to see you join us back again on future set discussions. And if you like this discussion, please leave a like on the knee up and subscribe to us for the latest updates. Thank you so much.
thank you so much.